mean, yeah, even in retailers look at rooftops, but even when we were doing that deal in Diamond Head, I mean, big developments and stuff like that, they were saying they're trying to recruit people to Hancock County, and that's what the employers are looking at when they're trying to figure out if they can relocate.
Well, we had that one deal we were putting together that didn't pan out. That was 100% what it was, hey, there's no housing in Hancock County. We need something. We figured something out. It ended up not coming to fruition. But I cut my teeth on Kroger, which we don't have Kroger down here, but I did it. Kroger's everywhere. And I thought, like, rezonings are easy when you got a Kroger coming in. But the very first metric Kroger looks at, rooftops. How many rooftops are there? I don't remember the radius.
Were you a builder for Kroger's?
Well, I was an engineer. I did civil engineering. I worked for a company called Pickering, great firm. I was working out of their Memphis office, and I would say 75% of what I did was Kroger work. People love grocery stores, man. You don't get no pushback on a grocery store.
Yeah, you open up a Publix here, people will be breaking down the door.
That's right. That's right.
Is it like was it David Murphy, where he does all the Waffle Houses? You know that? Have you met David?
Yeah.
He's Bo's brother, but he does.
Murphy? Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't think I've ever met David.
He
love me some Bo though.
He does like he's just I guess like the project manager for Waffle House. They go in, find the land, and he builds them all around the United States.
Really?
Nobody's gonna fight a Waffle House.
No.
Maybe here after the 14th, one in the particular city, but yeah. Hey,
no, that was cool though when I found out like what he did for a living. I was like, wow, this is. I mean, to see Waffle House go in, they're internal.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you this. I was driving down Biloxi asking a guy where to meet, and he's like, I'm just past the Waffle House. I said, well, brother, I got one in my rear view, and I'm looking at one straight ahead, so you're going to have to be more specific.
Well, unfortunately, we're the redheaded stepchild of development.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like, always.
Yeah, residential development is never a sexy, exciting project.
I was talking to a supervisor about one of the projects that we're working on, and he was like, well, I think it's actually good, but if a lot of people come in opposition, of it, then I'm going to vote against it. And I was like, man, like, do you think that anybody wants anything in your backyard? I don't care if you have 0 houses in your backyard and they're going to be building 3-acre lots in your backyard. Nobody's ever going to be happy. They may not complain as hard or, as visceral reaction to it as, smaller lots, but they're not going to be happy. It's like the same people who buy lots. I live on 2nd Street in Gulfport, and some people get pissed off when people buy start building in front of them on the beach and they don't have a beach view anymore. It's like you didn't buy the property. You can't be upset about it,
The land is rare.
Land is rare.
And that's, so first off, I grew up in, Latimer, Mississippi, right across from Cruthers Country Corner.
Yep.
I was a house on the corner with the big oak tree.
Only option for good steaks up there, right?
Yeah. So, but the one with the parking lot where you seen the pond, exactly there. But we had, 10 acres. But at the time, it was a small little town.
Yeah.
It wasn't 4 lanes. It was a little town. I mean, I think my stepdad built that house with the land at $80,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. But he kept his land, but.
How much land?
10 acres.
10 acres.
But our neighbor had 10 acres. Over there in the country, everybody shares land. If they're neighbors, it's their land too.
That's right.
Especially if it's woods. I mean, they're all like, we took turns with the tractor, and but everybody claims that back portion. But we didn't have development for 15 years, but I didn't mind it. I think the first neighborhood that I actually enjoyed was they were building that where the Asian gas station was on Tucker.
Oh yeah.
Right before the community center.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was kind of cool because I had friends in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little group of friends we had around us, but a neighborhood come in and we had new friends.
Well, that's the problem. It's speculation and fear. I mean, it's who's going to be there, and I mean, you don't want to have all the riffraff moving in behind you. But then a lot of times, and we've experienced this where we had one property where we bought the land behind the house, and I was real worried they were going to hate it after all the houses were built. Well, saw them the other day. I said, how you feeling? They're like, man, we love it. We just get on our golf cart and drive around the neighborhood. It's just something to do and have fun. We've watched them build, and we watched people move in, and just, they were worried about it affecting their day to day. And they're like, we actually enjoy, getting to see the progress and everything coming up.
You're seeing across from my house. I mean, that used to be this right here used to be just nothing but woods.
Yep.
and it's really not bad. I mean, if anything, I think it's going to add a value to my house.
Yeah, we were talking
I
about
mean, I
it.
saw those houses, but are they doing commercial development behind that? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to do well, the most thing is like there's an engineer guy. I got to meet him, David. He's building a big house. He's building a house right here in the corner, and I think he's building his office. He's also an engineer.
Okay.
So then the other ones, I mean, that right across there is a baseball training camp.
Yeah. New Jock
right,
had that
yeah,
going on.
Yeah, so it's not like look,
My
I'm
son's running that, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
But-
As he should.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's
like a pro baseball.
but it's not like anything's crazy being built. It's just people that want to live over here.
I mean, we got a cool neck of the woods, man. I mean, the whole coast. I mean, the 3 coastal counties and on up. I mean, I've got land in Greene County that I'd like to go up to, and it's a whole new world up there. You don't have to drive an hour north, and you're out of the flat savanna, and you're up in the piney woods. And I mean, we just got a cool little neck of the world right down here.
So
we
we
want to move to. Yeah,
we got Kenneth and Andy on, and it's Gulf Coast Development and Design. So I was saying it backwards.
Well, it should be design and development because the design comes
sounded
first.
better. Yeah.
But he had already registered with the Secretary.
All right,
of
well-
State, so
How'd y'all come together?
So, well, I did commercial as a Coldwell banker, and then after that, Elliot Holmes got to be kind of friends with Brandon and done some helped him buy his building in downtown Gulfport that he renovated and stuff like that. He asked me to come to work for him for land acquisitions. So after that, I went to work there, and about 2 weeks later, probably, the guy that was running the development portion, like the guy that was overseeing all the actual work that was going on, got fired. And so, of course, I decided that I was going to do that too. And anyways, I was doing all the land acquisitions, all the entitlements, meaning like the rezonings and all that stuff, and then overseeing all the construction part as well, for all of the Elliott Home stuff. And then I actually went through probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 different engineers, and just because we either didn't mesh or, one reason or the other, and found Andy, and we really jived. He treated it like smart, meaning try to figure out how to make a design and the development work with the least amount possible of infrastructure, but also making sure that everything's designed properly. And you'd be surprised at how many people just put an extra, manhole or put an extra, curb inlet or something like that. And all that adds up and ends up being cost for the consumer. We were selling the homes directly to the consumer. So
What style homes were you still with Elliot at the time? Or
I
y'all-
was,
okay, so
yeah, he was at Elliott. I was at Pickering was the name of my firm at the time.
yeah, and long story short, I mean, he was doing all the design, all the engineering. I was doing everything else. And so a couple of things happened, and I ended up just saying he was kind of looking to move. I was too. And we decided to open up our own shop, and that was about 4 years ago. And so, and grooving ever since, I guess.
how many houses do y'all tackle a year?
Well, we don't actually build any houses. We never put a first slab or the first set of sticks on the ground. We build lots. So we do lots and then sell them to whoever's buying.
With
So-
plumbing and everything included, or
Well, so we do.
the water
Right.
connection, and
We buy the land, we build the roads, we build the ponds, we build the drainage, we build the sewer mains, and we put a little clean out at the property line. And we say, okay, here's where you connect to the sewer, and then we sell it to the builder, and then they take care of actually building the house and connecting to the main lines. and
y'all
the
offer
street.
just a one builder. Y'all give options to other builders to work together.
We certainly have favored one builder, but I mean, ultimately, if just depends on the size of it too. I mean, some of the bigger builders are less likely to take bigger projects, but in general, we work with one.
That's probably been the hardest thing. Like really, so I'm from here, born and raised. I know you are too, for the most part, and so it's been different. Like I was in real estate almost like right after Katrina, and before Katrina, my dad was a real estate attorney, and I saw it used to be where you'd have a bunch of small builders, like that would build 5 to 15 to 20 houses a year, the Dahl McGuire's, all those kind of guys. Well, after
40 homes.
yeah, I mean,
Ronnie
40,
Dom.
50 homes, Mike Butler, Mike, I think got in after Katrina, but anyways, they would do that. You could build a 30, 50 lot subdivision. There weren't any national builders here. You could build a 50 lot subdivision and sell 5 lots to this builder and 10 lots to this builder, and kind of mix it up. Well, after the downturn in the economy, a lot of the builders just decided, and you can't blame them, right? Like they decided to do on your lot. Like you buy the lot, you get the mortgage, I'll build the house for you. And they took a little bit less percentage profit, but they have zero risk. And they're not. So I say all that to say they're not willing to take as much risk. Like some of them are. Mike Butler obviously, jumped out there with both feet.
He'll roll the dice. He'll roll the dice.
But he had a good, partner in that development, and it's going to turn out well for him at the end.
Oh, well, he was originally with Brandon.
Yeah,
and they were partners.
Yeah,
and then there's a story because I had Josh on too, and it was similar to y'all. Josh was a banker and told Butler, when Butler left, and want to go on his own, he went to Josh's office and was like, I want us to do this, because I think they've been friends since they were 6.
Yeah,
I want us to do this, and Josh is like, I'm not doing this until we get 3 spec homes or something, like I'm not going to, I'm not leaving my job, because he's a really good finance guy. He's like, I'm not leaving my job. Well, Butler, boom, got the houses. And they were talking the story about it. They're telling on my podcast, they're talking like their first 2 houses, they made like $3,000 a piece.
Oh, God, yeah. But big money. There you go.
But they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they enjoyed working together.
Well, that's the interesting thing for us, man. Paychecks. If we make 2 paychecks a year, we're doing really, really damn good. So it's definitely changed how I look at money to have your own business.
For the first 2 years, you said.
I mean,
this is a great business if you like the promise.
Now, are y'all 50-50?
Yeah,
50-50.
And it's y'all operate that way, because I'm telling you, that's how they win.
Yeah, 100. I mean, we haven't. I mean, and there's been projects that it's like he made a phone call and I did a full set of plans and he got 50%. And there's projects that I just said, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, and I got 50% of it. So I mean, it's been 50-50.
That's the best way to do the business.
It's there.
Some of them you do more, some of them you do less. You can't.
You just don't want to. You don't want to like get, if the money is the driving factor, you've already lost, right? I mean,
100%.
you're trying to do good work, right?
I even looked at that with our charity. Like I said, I mean, now it's a charity, but it's me and John.
Yeah.
And people, it's so good to have a second voice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because you can sit there and then look, he'll go, that ain't a good idea, and I'll go to him, that ain't a good idea.
Well, and that's funny you say that. We were hanging out with kind of a lady the other day that's in, that we know through the business, but we're friends with her. And she said something like, do y'all just agree all the time? And I was like, I don't think we ever agree.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, but I guess you got to agree in public, and then you get on the phone. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking?
It's just,
he's the voice of reason sometimes. I'm the voice of reason sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier before we got on, like we'll play good cop, bad cop or something like that.
it works that way. Because I mean,
right.
It's always worked out to have that extra, like that brother who would more or less, because even if John or I are wrong, we're still going to do it.
That's right.
And we're just going to go, yep, well, I guess we'll just figure it out next time.
Yeah.
You never look backwards, man. It's like, hey, you made a dumb mistake, but we're here and we're going to figure out how to keep on going.
I've been with John.
I've never done that.
No, I can't think of any reason.
No, not recently or anything.
I've been in a situation where John's agreed to something without talking to me, and I just, that's what, we talked about it. And then like,
you get home,
it's like,
dude, what the hell?
yeah, John, what's going on here? What'd you commit to?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, man, I'm sorry. But so going to 4 years now, so you've already got the experience of finding land and learning how to find that right land. Are you looking at like, you're definitely looking at insurance too, right?
Insurance?
Yeah. Like for like flood and everything else. I mean, y'all are doing the full scope on the properties.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, you have to have buyers that want to buy the house and locate there, and that means affordability. And so, man, I mean, the hardest thing on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and I just love this place. Like, I love fishing. I love seeing the sunrise. We had a beautiful sunset today. I was looking at. I mean, it's just like went fishing this weekend, did great. Like there's nothing like seeing a sunrise on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and like that's the whole reason I do this. But you have to. Our beauty, I guess, comes with a lot of problems, and that's Katrina. That's the insurance and flood situation. And so we have to build where people can afford it. We have to build in places that, are new. And because most of the stuff that's south of I-10, I mean, once you take out conservation land, I said, I've been trying to get a map together with this. Okay. So if you go in any county, take out all the conservation land or, federal protection.
So you're talking about DeSoto National Forest. You're talking about
Stennis
Sandhill
Buffer
Crane,
Zone.
Stennis Buffer Zone.
Stennis Buffer Zone's 187,000 acres in Hancock County.
I mean, it's something like 40%. Or
Crazy, Jack. Like everything. Think about it. North of DeSoto, or DeSoto National Forest, is everything north of 67. Everything north of 67 is off limits. Never going to be developed. Okay. Sandhill Crane is all of I-10.
Well,
basically between.
Yeah, unless you get it done, because like right here in front of my house, that was a buffer zone.
Oh, was it?
It was never supposed to be built for anything. And
well, who maintained it?
Jock.
Okay.
He ended up
So
buying
maintained it, but it was a buffer zone.
Well, I mean, they bought it from the Harrison County Planning Commission.
Development.
Yeah. And but no, it was I learned this to the guy I bought the house from, Aubrey Pritchard, that owns Competition Marines in Gulfport. This is his old home.
Okay.
So it was never supposed. It was supposed to be just a buffer. And then we got a letter in saying, want to rezone for industrial and a couple residential. It wasn't a lot, so it was like 1, 4, right here.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, this is gonna suck, but for me, no, it actually has gotten better.
It turned out. I mean, those are really.
I actually like the breeze better because we used to. It was kind of nice, but at night I just wanted to have that same Latimer feel because I like hearing the crickets. I like hearing the noise. I like having a darker side of the road. That's how I grew up. I mean, we didn't have a bunch of lights out there in Latimer.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable with going outside and I like peeing outside.
That's right.
I'm a big believer in that.
It's funny you say
too.
that. When I bought my house in Ocean Springs, I didn't have anything behind me, and that's one of the arguments I made. It made it harder to go outside and pee now that I got a subdivision right behind me.
Well, my biggest thing is my neighbor's got 2 little girls that he built his house, so that
You can't. Yeah.
Oliver can't either.
That's right.
But we go on this side right here. We see the lightning.
Yeah.
We got a little spot. We still got our spot.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
mean, you can always find a place. Just make sure nobody's watching.
You look at these.
Why does everybody like to pee outside?
You don't have to aim.
That's a huge thing. Yeah.
Do you pee outside?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, I live on 2nd Street, but it's very rare that I can. But I try every chance I get.
Wintertime comes around,
Yeah.
hitting on that.
Just a smaller.
So you're
target.
saying but I'm saying that got rezoned and it turned out to be an actual great project.
Yeah, well, you were talking earlier. I mean, you met your neighbors. You like your neighbors. That's always a benefit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got a new friend out of the deal.
Yeah, we got our golden doodle, little mini golden doodle, and earlier that was a labradoodle that Tony owns. It comes over, scratches my front door to go in the backyard.
So you got a friend and the dog got a friend.
Yeah,
that's right.
So it's
Yeah.
just,
The whole family's good. Yeah.
it's good to have. Well, I get where people get a little nervous about like Section 8. And I'm
Yeah,
going to
of
speak
course.
on that because that, people kind of worry about the, Section 8 in certain areas. I think we had a big boom with these apartments for a while.
Right.
But y'all are not trying to develop that.
No, we're not. And that's a funny thing you bring up because, we try to say like, we try to design as, I don't want to say lean and make it sound like we're doing a poor design, but we're trying to design with as few manholes as we got to have. And that's in everybody's best interest,
Well, it's
right?
all-
But we try to say it's housing that's affordable. But if you say it's affordable housing, then that throws it, then everybody's like, oh my gosh. It's like, no, housing people like a working class, middle income family can afford to live in.
And it's all on the lineal foot of road. Like that's what costs, right? So if you have a 100-foot wide lot or a 60-foot wide lot, every lineal foot of road is all the cost. That's the road itself, the water, the sewer, the drainage, everything is based on how wide the lots are.
100%.
It has gone astronomical, Jordan. Like it's insane. Since me and him started 4 years ago, the cost to install a fire hydrant was what, $3,500?
$3,500 on the first project, and we're at 72
72.
on the latest bid. So fire hydrant, fire hydrant that turns on when you turn
The same
the
fire
knob at top. That same thing has doubled in cost.
There's
in
no
4
like
years.
kind of grants y'all can get for like development for the community.
No, there's no real.
Like I said, we're
Unless
the redhead stepchild of
unless you're doing the Section 8, you can get HUD grants
Yeah.
for how that kind of housing. But no, there's no. And I'll say there's no, but we have not been able to locate. And we've looked. Is
How
there
many
anything
fire
that-
hydrants do you have to have?
every 400 feet.
It's,
approximately.
yeah, so you're supposed to have one for every 500 feet, but
Yep.
it's got to be as a hose lay. So it usually turns in, you got to be able to bend around and go around. So it's usually 400 feet in between them is about as far as you'll ever see.
And how many is that development? How many do you think it's going to take?
I mean, it just depends on the lot count and the road length. You know, if you have, like he's saying, if you have 100-foot lots, then you have to have one every 4 houses. If you have 60-foot lots, you have to have one every 6 houses.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what we were trying to talk about with the conservation thing. It's like, does it really matter if you have 100 acres? And we were talking about this on the phone today. If you have 100 acres and the density is supposed to be overall 1 per acre, you know, so normally you can have 100 lots on 100 acres. Let's just say it's a perfect world. So if I did 100 lots on 30 acres and left 70 acres undeveloped, does that matter in general? I mean, or even if you upped it and said it was 1 house per 3 acres. So now on 100 acres, I can do 33 houses. Should it really matter whether I do like develop 33 houses on 10 acres and leave 90 acres that's in a conservation easement that can never be developed, or donated to the land trust so it's preserved for all time?
Well,
It's the same
preserved
number
and
of units,
maintained.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And so the unit count is what affects traffic. We always hear traffic. That's one of the big things, right? Traffic. If you've got 30 lots, it doesn't matter if they're spread out on 3-acre lots or half acres. The same number of cars coming in and out.
Look, even a 1/4 acre is not bad nowadays.
Right, but you hear
Yeah.
school district impacts. The schools are already overloaded, and I will say we talk to the school districts, and we've never heard one say we can't have it.
Right.
They always say bring them on, come on. But again, the school, and I mean, it's the number of houses is impacting that. The other thing they always argue about is drainage. Well, I mean, I can do a lot better design if I'm on the high ground and I leave the natural drainage completely out of lots, completely out of everything. Let nature do what nature wants to do. It's been doing it for a long time, and it's been doing it well. So let nature do what it wants to do, and don't let, if you put a creek bottom in a lot, eventually they're going to build a pond, right? I'd love to have a pond on my backyard. But if I've got people upstream of me and I build an 8-foot dam, guess what I did? I started the drainage 8 feet higher for everybody upstream of me. You know what I mean? Or I mean, not 8 feet. I mean, it levels out, right? But you're pushing that water backwards everywhere you go. So it's like, why are we expanding out and creating these issues for ourselves? If we would do it smartly and concentrate it, we could eliminate most of the concerns with no net impact to traffic, no net impact to school district.
It's smarter. I don't know another way to say it. Like,
What's the school district?
That one's Van Cleve.
Well, we have a project in Van Cleve now, but I mean, any of them. I mean, we've dealt with South Street. We talked to Ocean Springs, even though it was a very small development, but that was one of the things. And like, hey, we're just checking. These people are saying you don't have capacity. Do you have capacity? Yeah, we got plenty. Come on.
Man, we like to talk to the neighbors most of the time. I mean, everybody feels, I think, and I understand why, like when you're getting a rezoning, I mean, maybe you felt it here, but like somebody's going to affect your way of life or your quality of life, or they're like coming after your property or something like that. And that's scary. Like,
I think the way y'all did it versus how it was brought to my attention with the rezoning was, you know, y'all really have been putting these plans together. When y'all send them out through social media, people are starting to you can go to your website, see ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all's putting a lot more information out.
Yeah,
that's important.
I don't know if it's smart or stupid that we do that. I really don't. Like,
he said it was stupid. I don't know. I was like, well, it can't get any worse.
That's right. Yeah.
That's how I won that argument.
And Facebook's such a terrible way to judge like the collective feeling, you know, because you'll have 3 or 4 people that are just hammering like, no, you know, and then but a lot of people have legitimate concerns, and we've been able to address some of the concerns, and a lot of people have said, no, that actually sounds great.
And most people just don't want to get involved.
That's right.
I mean, I don't blame them.
I think the big thing is even if it doesn't happen tomorrow, right? We're growing.
Yeah.
And eventually, I mean, like I said, me coming from Latimer, there was a lot of land growing up.
Yeah.
And it is different now, but it's still Latimer. I mean, what I'm saying is whether it happens tomorrow or 10 years, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
That's right.
Well, Gulfport and Biloxi, I mean, they were really small at one point. I mean, there was nothing here where your house was at some point, where all our houses were at some point. But I mean, not even that long ago was there nothing on the island. I mean, you know, this is only 40 years old.
Man, I once heard somebody said there's not a house on the Mississippi Gulf Coast that a tree didn't used to sit where every bed is.
I mean,
I thought that was like.
I mean, we also got a
back far enough.
We got a man-made beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things I always kind of tongue in cheek joke about, it's a little off color, I guess, not really, but I'm like, you know, we'll rezone. Hey, we want to build a subdivision right here. And then the people will go and they're sitting in their subdivision lot right next door and blasting us in the city about why there shouldn't be any subdivisions there. I'm like, you are literally like, somebody did this and your neighbor was the one saying, don't do it, you know? And it's like, man, like it's going to grow. And I mean, let's do it smart. It's going to grow. And there's plenty of bad examples. I mean, we won't name names, but there's plenty of bad examples of residential subdivisions that did hurt somebody's way of life. I mean, backed them up right to it, put it right on the road. I mean, everything's
Flooded them
visible as you
out or
drive.
whatever,
I mean,
and we try and do, I mean, that's our, I don't know, tagline. We may not be the best, but we try and do it better than everybody else. Like, it's not really our tagline, but like we actually, like we really do.
I believe it.
From here, we live here. We're trying to do things a little bit better.
So I watched a series on YouTube yesterday just because I wanted to catch up on what's going on in the United States.
Yeah.
And I ran against this documentary. I'll put it in the link, but it was talking about a town or city in Nebraska called Pawnee. And they were offering $50,000 incentives for people to move there because they have a plan by 2030 to build 25 houses. Not like not a massive.
25?
how big is Pawnee, do you think? I mean, spitballing 10,000 people or
Way less than that.
Okay,
I'm thinking,
that. Okay.
yeah,
people.
I'm saying 5, if not probably just a little more. I might be a little off.
Yeah,
It could be
but
5
small
to 10.
town, small town.
But the thing is they were talking about all these old houses, you know, during the boom, you know, that was like 100 years ago. That's what the houses that are still there, but they're falling apart.
Right.
You know, Mother Nature's going to take it.
That's right.
If you don't use it. And they have this incentive that you you get this $50,000 incentive. Well, they had about 150 people file for application.
I bet.
But when you go and watch, the guy flew to Pawnee to talk to the couple of developers and stuff. And it's like, look, we got work here, but we don't have from 25 miles. We don't have a place to rent. So what's happening is the economy is dying because they don't have homes to bring people.
It's like what we were talking about in Hancock County. It's the same thing. I mean, this company was trying to build in Hancock County, and they're like, we just don't have the people to support the business.
Don't have the housing.
And the guy
the housing.
The guy said this. He said one of the wealthier guys of the town. Actually, the town they're talking about is Larry the Cable Guy is actually from in Nebraska.
Oh wow.
Oh, well.
So and the guy was saying, look, there's 3 ways to solve this. Houses. And I was like,
Really?
yeah. I mean, because they're big
families, man. I mean, you know, they're doing the same thing in Europe right now. They're offering people to go there and doing $1 houses.
That's Japan's doing the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and yeah, their birth rate's plummeting. I mean, they want people that have houses settle down. They become part of the community. They contribute to the community most of the time. They have kids. I mean, it's just a better society as a whole, I think.
I grew up like my grandparents lived in Cedar Grove off Lemoyne.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that was a neighborhood in the late 60s.
Mm-hmm.
My mom still has a house there.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm used to being like a little community center I like being in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do. But I mean, the situation is we're going to keep growing and we're going to run on. I'll tell you right now, in the future, we're going to see less houses downtown areas and more townhomes like in New Orleans because it's going to be townhomes.
Yeah. I don't have a problem at all with density. And I mean,
it's going to happen.
It almost has to happen. I think that, especially, infill development in downtown areas should be multifamily, maybe not even multifamily, but dense, more dense. And
it's going to happen when you grow these places like this, whether it's Biloxi, Ocean Springs, Gulfport. You're not going to have 10 acres in downtown.
Right.
No.
If you are, you're boss hog.
Right. Yeah.
Or your city is dying.
Yeah.
If you have 10 acres in downtown, then that's not.
But that's the whole idea behind, having growth and like my buddy Anthony, they have the District Coffee Company, and I mean 75% of their business is tourist.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. So like that's why I wanted to have y'all on because
I'm part of the 25%, Anthony. I'll come there. I said I come there.
Yeah, no, but it's just that situation where it's important for y'all to have these ideas to build these developments. I mean, like you talked to you on the phone, you were talking about like they're gonna be 2,500, 3,000 square foot. You're shooting for half acre.
Yeah.
seems like it's going to be a pretty nice development.
I mean, the biggest thing with that though, like you and I were also talking about this, but like a lot of the planning hasn't been done. That's part of the problem, or it has been done and it has been implemented. So, for example, in Jackson County, they had a comprehensive plan that was done only like what 3-4 years
22,
ago.
yeah,
22
3 years ago.
So one of the biggest things that they had on there that came across in every planning area. So they did them like in East Jackson County, Van Cleve, this place.
Yeah, they had all the different areas in
Look,
Jackson County.
and
Hurley
so
Wade, all the way.
every
up
single
there.
one of them wanted a conservation / cluster subdivision like that, and it had on
Explain
their
what that
plan.
means. A lot of people don't know what that means.
So that means basically you conserve part of the property. It can be just for open space like agriculture or something, or it can be to protect drainage ways and flood zones,
Or
and
like
stuff
a green
that.
lawn.
Yeah, anything.
Our
I mean, it could
first
be
project,
for-
we built a little orchard, and there's, I don't know, 20
Yeah,
fruit
fruit
trees,
trees and
pears,
stuff.
and satsumas, and
Yeah.
whatever.
and
It's
we
nice.
Yeah, one of them we just there was like a drainage way, and we probably protected half of the property and donated it to somebody. And so, I mean, it's protecting part of it, or incentivizing the amenity part, and then only developing like the high parts or a portion of it, having less linear feet of roads, which we said correlates to more affordable housing for middle income families. And then if you do that, everybody kind of wins. There's the same density, but it's less linear feet of road, and it doesn't mean that's an inferior product. In fact, most of the times it's way nicer because you have like a lot of common
But at
areas, a lot
90
of-
houses, let's think about this. At 90 houses,
it's 120 acres.
120 acres.
yeah, but at 90 houses, the families that go to work that will be in that community,
Yeah.
the ones that go pay at a coffee shop with
Go
their
to the
kids,
restaurants downtown.
ball fields, signing up for more games,
Grocery store.
lawn service, cutting grasses. I mean, it's ecosystem. Everything's like this big, just big gear.
Yeah,
That's
And
right.
and that's how I feel about it. Like, I think it's great. I think that kind of stuff's great because you're also going, well, there's 90 homes. So if you're looking at, like, I was telling them, like, what, 90 homes, I don't even know the numbers right, but like, let's say that a family in that neighborhood, of dual income, 150,000. Let's
Yeah.
just say, okay, we got 90 of them.
Yeah.
And then they're going to live music downtown. They're going to,
Yeah, we're not building for rich people, but I mean, we're building for people that have enough to go enjoy life.
but that goes around that little gas station that I love. I mean, I go to Pure Country. All right.
Yeah.
Or Max Marathon. That's my homie.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
But
That's right.
you go and you're shopping and you're making more money for him and his family. I mean, it's like, I'm just saying we have to have things like this.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just, to me, it's common sense.
That's right. Yeah, and I want to say something on the linear feet of road and if we can avoid one manhole, let's avoid a manhole. And it's not necessarily just for our benefit, right? Because we turn it over to the city, we turn it over to the county. We're, people are like mad that developers get out, but that's just the nature of the beast. And now, instead of having, the county's going to have to repave that road one day. So why would they want to pave an extra 20 foot per house when they could pave 20 less feet per house? You know what I mean? Like it's an initial cost, but there's an ongoing maintenance cost.
Well, I mean, y'all have had a lot of support though, huh?
Well, I mean, we really have actually. I mean, the support usually comes from people that don't live immediately next door. Unfortunately, and I get that. I'm not, knocking people. I mean, I understand the fear. I'm not saying it's unjustified, but generally speaking, it makes a lot of sense until it's behind you, and then you're a little scared of what's going to happen behind you. But overall, yes,
They
I
have
think.
a whole acronym about that.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, the NIMBY is kind of a 4-letter word in development, but there is a truth to the NIMBY, the not in my backyard, right? That's a great idea if you go down the road. I heard it explained with Habitat for Humanity, right? Everybody loves Habitat for Humanity until they want to build next to you, and then you're like, whoa, let's talk about this,
Well, for me, when the development was happening I just didn't know what was coming.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't really fully explained. And
it
then,
can be surprising.
yeah. And then, but it was, residential. It's like, looked at Emily. I was like, you've always told me you wanted neighbors.
Yeah.
I could have bought this property right here. That white house right there next door where your
The
truck's
new one
parking.
or- right. Okay. Yeah.
To right. He serves our country well, but I gave him I could have bought that lot for 10,000. He paid way more than that and was building his dream home for his family.
Yeah.
And I was giving him water, and he was using that light to take his backhoe and start doing all his land work because he get off of work. It's the military. I
He's
just
doing it himself. That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's plenty bright enough.
Yeah, it
yeah.
is.
But now we celebrate birthdays together.
That's right.
Our kids always play together. I'm okay with not having that piece of land because I have a friend.
Man,
Well, man, we've talked to so many people. Like I had lunch and I actually went and talked to Angel Middleton and some of her group. And I understand. I really do understand where people are coming from. I mean, for some reason, when it comes in your backyard, you feel like something that's going to come new in your backyard is going to rip apart your way of life. And I mean, it's change. And anytime change happens, it scares people. But they also feel like it's going to rip apart how they think. I'm not saying that there's never been a case, but most of the time when you're building $350,000 houses, it's not going to. It's going to be a positive for the community. It's going to be a positive for the area. And you may, to your point, gain a couple of great new friends.
Well, that's how I was big on the sands.
Yeah.
To me, that's common sense.
That's the craziest one I've ever.
Yeah, but it took us years to do it. But like common sense on the fact that
that's like a case study.
Well, I've been
what scares me about development, to be honest with you.
I went and listened.
Scariest one.
I went and listened to your Mike Butler one, just getting ready for this and all. But I don't know if you know this. I'm on the planning commission for Ocean Springs. I'm actually the chairman now, but I've been on there 10 years, so I got to see the sands from this side of the table, and Mike still likes me, so the planning commission did him okay. I don't think he don't harbor any bad.
Look, Ricky's my buddy.
But like, man, I tell you, the sands, like that's been a really interesting one to see. I believe I know Mike's heart well enough to say that I believe he is not trying to hurt anybody in that area. And I think that he's going to turn out a great product. I mean, everything he's put out so far looks good. I think, the overwhelming majority, from what I can tell, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I mean, it supports the project and, you compare it to what was there.
The apartments.
I mean, it should be seen as a community.
He told me, he said, my goal for this project with me and Josh was, and Jennifer, I got to give Jennifer a shout out too. And, RIP Lee, but was he goes, Jordan, he goes, my goal is to build this so I never had to do marketing again.
Yeah.
And
I think he said that.
Yeah, that's a very honest thing. Like, even though,
I'll just say, go look at the sands and everybody want to use it anyway.
That's right.
So we have Josh Dunderman. I'm going to say his name wrong. Drummond. Sorry. I think I'm going blind a little bit. West Harrison County Stop and Growth.
West Harrison County. Josh Drummond is a planning commission alumni with me. He was on there for a few years. Actually, I think he was there for the Sands years too.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, Josh, a good dude.
Yeah. So that's why it doesn't make. I'm very kind of black and white when I guess definitely got to probably on the spectrum a little bit, but having that situation of like, look, y'all are going and y'all are donating land and you're making a community by doing a proper development for people to build homes.
Yeah.
So you're not just going, let me do a money grab.
Yeah. And I mean, again, there's maybe some bad apples and bad developments and then people overemphasize the bad ones, right? And they're worried that's what's coming. But man, we try to make a point. I mean, and I'll be honest, selfishly, it helps us to donate because we get a tax break. However, that tax break is nowhere near the money that would have came in if we would have developed out that land. But I think we've donated to a church. We bought a piece of property. It had an old dilapidated house on there. We donated the house. They picked it up, moved it across the street. Now that church teaches Sunday school out of that house. We did a project over by Seashore Methodist over there on Cow in the Rain, if you know that area, Highlands area. And man, we had this real weird upland. There's this wetland crossing. We had this weird upland, and then it was 3 or 4 acres. I don't remember. Yeah. And it's like, man, can we get another set of townhomes? Yeah, we can. But like these guys could build some duplexes and have more senior living, and there was enough separation that our townhomes would have felt like it wasn't part of the community, but their duplexes would feel like it is. So we donated that land to them. And then, the college, we had over at, it's not Jeff Davis anymore, but right there on the Bees Road, we did some townhomes right there. And our last lot, we could build some townhomes on there, but the college was putting that new road in. I don't know if you've been building it right now. Yeah. And so we just gave them.
It's done. It's open now.
Is it open for traffic? Okay. So, I mean, we just gave them the last lot we had. Like, hey, y'all can do more with this than we can.
Right here, we were working with the Land Trust. So they're doing our townhome on East Taylor Road. We're doing some townhomes there. And I will say, a little caveat, like we have never rezoned a property for townhomes. We've always done it in something that's been zoned for it. But they're doing a connection, a walking trail that leads from those townhomes to IMMS. I think it's awesome, man. They own the property. They got donated it a long time ago behind our townhomes. And we worked with them. I used to be on the board of Land Trust, and we're working with them, and they're doing a full walking thing. It's going to have like learning station areas for kids and stuff. I mean, it's
and what a
just great,
benefit
man.
for our development that, I mean, effectively kind of cost us nothing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but
It did, but I'll tell you what, this is kind of a spot to live. I hate to say, like
man.
I've been there 10 years. Like I love this place.
you on the island, brother.
I
you
love
on
it,
the
dude.
island.
On the island.
I mean, I love it, and I'm glad to hear that. So here's another thing too that for me is y'all are not just some people out of town, and that's hear me out on this when it comes to being a business owner. I'm a business owner.
Yeah,
Oliver's got insurance. You need that. You need it. Call me. But I've always worked for myself. I love it, but y'all are friends that have a business that are part of the community.
That's right.
And I don't like. It's not like y'all coming in and just buying this land and moving on.
Right.
Y'all coming in, y'all are here trying to make a living just like everybody else. I think that's where people have to take that in consideration too.
That's right.
Because I mean, this is something y'all, if the doors keep shutting down on y'all can't make a living. No,
and man, and like I say, I'm on the planning commission for Ocean Springs. I'm on the Greater Biloxi Economic Development Foundation. And, we do, grants for, we have a side grant going on right now that is supported by City of Biloxi and Mississippi Power for Greater Biloxi that we're, it's a match. I hate that I didn't prepare for this, but, if you have a house or a business in Biloxi, if you want to spend 10 grand on your facade, hey, we're going to pay for half of it, So, I mean, you put yourself out there and I mean, you catch the ire by putting yourself out there, but like, I just feel like somebody has to be willing. People have to be willing to put themselves out there. You're going to catch some negative flack on what you're doing, but ultimately I just feel like transparency and talking to people. And I mean, people are, God said people was his greatest invention. So I like to think the same thing, right? If he'll vouch for people, I'll vouch for people. So
I mean, the biggest thing you said it, we were kind of going down this path a minute ago, but like I've been trying to get a map for so long. If you take out that conservation area we were just talking about, like the federally owned property or something like that, then you take out flood zone. Okay. So that's most everything south of I-10 in Hancock County. That's a lot of Gulfport between Bayview and everything else. Then most everything south of I-10, especially south of 90 in Jackson County. Then wetlands. I mean, wetlands is probably to a third of the property that's on the 3 lower coastal counties. So then you got to find something that actually has water and sewer available. Okay. So not conservation land, not a ton of wetlands, not flood zone, has water and sewer. And then once you finally find all those things, then you got to actually find somebody that wants to sell their property. And so when you dwindle down to that, because I do it every day, I look at like properties for sale. There's not that much left, man.
I will actually
it's
say
just crazy. Like, so when you finally find a piece of property that has all these things that somebody's willing to sell, and then you go through something, you try and do a smart development, you try and do something where you're preserving almost half the property and trying to do 90 acres on 100 or 90 lots on 120 acres. It gets incredibly frustrating sometimes to like have it not go through. I mean, for one reason.
How long did that landowner own that land? Do y'all know?
50 years.
So that kind of pushes the envelope too. Is like because that's land.
Yeah,
that's right. Well, that's interesting.
They also cleared the whole thing. They've already treed the whole thing. There's not even any
they timbered it. Yeah, there's no
yeah.
trees left where we're building. But yeah, I mean, just that's one thing we get accused of a lot is like bullying property owners. It's like we've never closed on a piece of property that wasn't listed on MLS. Like it's not like we're going and like telling them
for sale.
Yeah, like you have to sell as your last.
And was he bullied if he's been owning it for 50 years?
Yeah, that's right. Like he listed it on MLS. He wanted to sell, and we said,
it's
hey,
50 years.
Probably
wanted to leave money for his grandkids and family and stuff.
100%. Yeah, we run into a lot.
They were talking about moving out there at one point, and they never did. The lady who's his wife is like 90 years old, and she's the sweetest lady in the world. She has 2 daughters that help her out, and none of them, they all have their own houses. They're not moving out there. So why are they keeping it?
A good investment for the family.
Right.
That's right.
But 50 years of owning your own property and somebody tells you no to like, it's just
Poor thing. She
Yeah.
she didn't understand why somebody can like tell her what to do or us what to do on her property.
I mean, it's just getting that way. It gets that way, which, like you said, there's some that probably are concerned. But if you're building $350,000 houses, that's, I mean,
So of that 119 acres right now, we're looking at somewhere around 50, let's say it was what, 55 to 58 that would be preserved with no lots, no right of way on it. And then wanting to donate, I don't remember the number, but I mean, it's
About 50.
45 to 50 of actual, like, not the HOA is going to maintain this, but like literally the land trust is going to own this. I don't know how much you know about the land trust, great organization, but they own it in perpetuity. They maintain it. They often buy, they have a big success in Long Beach recently. They bought a property on, I think on 2nd Street in Long
Urban
Beach.
forest.
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like
And they
that,
call it the urban forest. And I mean, it's, maybe 2 to 3, forgive me for not knowing, but several acres just right there in the middle of town.
On the beach.
And they let people come in, they build walking trails. They've got one on Highway 90 in between Ocean Springs and Goche that they're doing a pine savanna restoration. And like, hey guys, this is what Mississippi looked like before anybody came in, before we stopped fires from burning, and this is what, and just letting you see, like, this is what the land should look like.
Well, there could be some cool things that we could do too. Andy said this earlier, but like our very first subdivision, we put a fruit orchard in there. I think we planted a bunch of trees, but I mean, like people come in from all over the place and pick fruit off of it. I mean, some of them have done well. They've had to replace them, but I mean, they'll grow and they'll get bigger and bigger. I mean, they've got lime trees and fruit trees and, satsumas, I think.
Yeah.
I forgot what else.
I remember Satsumas.
what about the, so let's talk a little bit more about HOA because it is my, it is in my YouTube feed.
Yeah.
I'm in shorts. I'm a real big HOA throwdown person.
Yeah.
Like,
oh man,
it's
I couldn't deal with. Some
well, y'all have
on
rules.
YouTube.
I mean, who constructs the rules? Let's say everything goes into development. Since y'all are building this development, do y'all make the rules for HOA?
Usually the builder that we're selling to.
We have,
everybody needs to get good.
heavy influence from the builder that we're selling to, but officially it is
us,
ours.
yes.
And I
Make
mean,
sure it's good.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like that comes back to the whole, that's going back to the whole more sensitive situation where you're getting too nosy.
Yeah.
You own,
That's the worry, which I don't think is much of a worry here as it is. And you won't see them on YouTube or whatever, where they'll like knock on your door and like want to come in and stuff and like evaluate your house or something.
I've heard
like that's
her
crazy.
stories, but I think a well-functioning HOA that does what it's supposed to can actually be a benefit. I've never lived with an HOA, so I'm a little bit blind. I'm a little bit biased on that. But if the dues are low enough and they're focusing on, hey, like we have a sign out front, we want to keep looking nice. Hey, we want to make sure we're, edging along the curb and go, whatever it is. I think a good HOA is an asset, but I think a bad HOA can be a detriment for sure.
No doubt. Well, I mean, the main thing is like actually them seeing something. So when I was at Elliott, I set up and we ran a bunch of the HOAs because we were building the houses too until like we turn them over to the homeowners after we built out, 95% of the houses or whatever. And the ones that people complain about the most are the ones where you just have like an entrance monument and it's nice landscaping at the entrance monument. They're like, why am I paying $15 a month just to, maintain the lawn out front, like the little bushes and stuff like that. And I get that. Like that's frustrating as another $15 that you could be paying for Netflix or whatever else. But like Florence Gardens, for example, they have a pool, they have walking trails, they have all these amenities, and people don't mind paying for that. When they see a playground, when they see fruit trees, when
Well,
they see like
don't use somebody
various
else's. I mean, our Highland Lake townhome has a pool
Walking.
area. It has a little pavilion with bathrooms and everything. And it's like, that is
That's a huge a mile walking track almost. No,
it's a half, or I don't remember, but yeah, we built a wet pond out there. We stocked it with a little brim, and we built a asphalt walking trail that you walk 3 or 4 times and you hit a mile. And it's
every time y'all have built something though, y'all have been pretty well on building the roadways pretty good.
Yeah.
That's something about some of the builders. It's like, come on, dude. I mean, my Oyster driveway growing up, better condition
than most of that. Well, I always see like the Roman roads are still holding up, but this 5-year subdivision. Well, yeah. I mean, we have, knock on wood, we haven't really had any issues with major road failures.
But you just, with you being an engineer, you design it
Man, it's about design and it's about quality constructors too. I mean, we pay more and we often will partner with a contractor, and it's kind of a little bit selfish for us because we know, hey, if you're a contractor and you have a vested interest in this going well, like who's going to get your best crews, who's going to get the most attention coming in. But I mean, we
Also, it's oversight.
yeah, oversight. I mean, we want the contractor, we want to know the contractor is vested in this because he doesn't want to have to come back and fix it. Now, if he's not invested in it and he knows he's going to get paid to come back and fix it, then he may not care as much. But so far, I can't think of any road that we've had that had any major failing. Every road, there's never been a perfect.
And y'all stay on top of the dirt too.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's important. People,
dirt is so much more important than anybody ever gives it.
I think that, I mean,
I've been in 3 lawsuits when I was a consulting engineer, and all 3 of them were on dirt.
yeah.
Dirt or drainage?
Dirt. No, dirt.
Oh, dirt between
Dirt.
the contractor and the.
I mean,
yeah,
how many
I
yards
understand.
did we move? Are we getting
Oh,
paid
yeah.
for this yard? Did we do this right? You know, I mean, it's just always about
In my
quality
early
of dirt.
20s, I was cleaning. I had to clean in a contract with like PSI or one of these dirt testing companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geotechs.
And I got so hooked on it that I was like, it really is that big of a deal.
Man, people don't people think of dirt and they think of the top 4 to 6 inches of
Yeah.
topsoil. That's
Yeah.
what people, and it's like, no, man, cut that stuff out and start looking at
Right.
what's underneath it. That's what matters.
That is.
It really, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Cause you see, and then you watch them take the machines and they pound that dirt. They
Mhm.
pound it and they pound it. And they're like, I mean, that's important. You got, Kevin McMahon, he does that. He owns Morgan Square.
Mhm.
These are archaeologists that has his own company in downtown
Oh, really?
Biloxi. Yeah.
Okay.
And he also rapped with David Banner.
So you do like cultural resource surveys and stuff like that?
He does a lot. I don't know exactly all the stuff he does, but Patrick
An interesting job.
that owns the grocery was an archeologist with him.
Really?
And
Okay.
they work
Did not know
together.
That's
that.
so-
I had no idea.
Yeah, I had the Patrick on the
Like
podcast
Indiana Jones.
uh,
Yeah. So,
2 weeks ago.
yeah.
So I had Pat on, but they both work together. But yeah, you're right. Like dirt's very important. So y'all really do take pride in making sure good dirt's on that land.
100%. I mean, it's not take pride in it. It's we fail if the dirt fails. If we have to go, I mean, we have a up to a 3-year warranty on a road, depending on what municipality you're in. But if you're in Gulfport and you have a soil cement base, you own that road for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, we have to fix it, for those 3 years. So I mean, it's not just take pride in it. It's like I don't want to I'm not making any more money. I sell the lots to a home builder, and I'm never making another dollar. So if I got to go fix the road, that's just out of my pocket. So I'd rather do it right once instead of keep going at
Yeah.
it and hoping it sticks.
The one thing I think we probably do better than most is like I design a lot of curves in the road and stuff like that instead of just doing like straight streets where it's cookie cutter houses and stuff like that. And what that allows him to do is put drainage in like little pockets, right? So like I'll make a big loop around a wetland or something like that, and in the back of that, he's able to put a small detention pond instead of like rerouting drainage.
Oh,
where he
you're
wants it
that
to go.
nerdy with this.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
Well,
man.
so the way I like
Okay.
to say it, I always
he's an engineer.
as an engineer, I always thought that I was doing my clients a big favor and like really focusing on cost. And I think I stand behind that. I think I did do my clients a big favor until it was my money. And then it became like, hey, man, one click of a mouse puts a manhole right here. And it used to be that was just a manhole right there. Now that manhole costs $5,000 if we got, a partner in the deal or whatever. I mean, I might that click of a mouse to put a manhole right there may take $2,000 out of my pocket.
And for the listeners, what is a manhole?
Well, I mean, just a sewer manhole, just a little round. Hey, I can get down in there and
Ninja Turtles was there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
where
right.
the Ninja
Where the
Turtles-
Ninja Turtles, perfect example.
It is absolutely
where the
not
sewer
what you
is.
see on TV.
Yeah.
It's a hole with an 8-inch pipe out of the bottom.
Yeah,
It's
But-
not-
that's it.
So also with some of your drainage though, so you also put rocks and push back.
And yeah, so my goal is, again, I think I said it earlier. I can't remember if we were on or before, but nature has billions of years of experience, right? I can't beat nature's design because of just I don't have a billion years on this world. So I want to let nature do what nature wants to do. A lot of people will build one detention pond in the farthest corner, and who cares if that's the highest point on the ground? We only have room to put the pond here, so we're going to get all the drainage to here. I'd rather have like 5 little ponds spread around in the natural low areas at the natural low points. Near
I've
the
seen a lot of
creek.
them before in good neighborhoods
Yeah,
with
yeah,
like the gravel in there and it's all laid out well.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like let nature do what nature wants to do, and don't try to fight her. Nature is undefeated.
Yeah.
One of my biggest things here that I have that most people on my road is I have a French drain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's nice.
Yeah.
It is nice. I mean, there's a lot of low impact design.
But if you do it right, you don't have to have that French drain. Did you put the French drain in?
No.
Okay.
But I do like it because whatever's. But I will say the city's on top of like our ditches are. They're just dirt ditches. But I will say one thing is the city comes out and they've been very good about that. Then they have, even with Mississippi Power with the trim cutting, just the other day they came and were cutting limbs and they were like my Hummer was super in my yard and had a guy he was parked in because which I did work with FEMA, so I know about the right of ways. So people come in and I know they're doing good work. Put your stuff in my yard. I don't care.
That's right.
Just get your job done.
Yeah.
Well, they went as far as the whole right side of my house, but they didn't want to get a limb dropped on my Hummer. So it's like I pulled it out, but it was just, it was really nice to have them do the best they can.
Yeah.
And that is one thing I will say is cool about living in Gulfport for me is making sure our ditches are kept up.
So
Yeah.
that's a rabbit hole we can go down, but ditches. So we almost can't build ditches anywhere. Everything's got to have curb and gutter. Everything. Right? And it's like ditches do a very good job. Ditches open up, pipes close at the top. No pipe can ever touch the capacity of a ditch. Now you do have to maintain them, right? If the ditch gets overgrown and blocked, it doesn't work anymore. But
So do pipes.
that's right. Well, that's right. I mean, pipes, but you don't see pipes, right? Pipes are,
Yeah.
you can just pretend that it's not an issue. But man, ditches. So Adam Dial. Shout out to Adam Dial.
No, but it sounds a cool name.
So again, on the Planning Commission for Ocean Springs, we're redoing the UDC, and Adam Dial makes a point. We've repeated it 100 times. Adam Dial says, "Listen, you're gonna create a new code for Ocean Springs. Where do people want to live in Ocean Springs? It's downtown, right? I mean, it's not just downtown, but it's basically the beach to Highway 90 to Bills Avenue. Let's say." He said, "If your ordinance that you create won't allow you to recreate that, you failed." And guess what? Our ordinance doesn't allow us to recreate that. We have to have curb and gutter. We have to have sidewalk on both sides of the road. And you're talking about a residential subdivision may see 1,000 cars a day, which sounds like a lot, but you start breaking that out over 24 hours and you start looking at the peaks in the morning and the afternoon, and you realize that's like one car every 30 minutes. I can walk on the road and avoid one car every 30 minutes. I think I'm good enough to do that. And it's like, why do we have to have sidewalk? So you add curb and gutter is 2 feet wide, both sides of the road. That's 4 feet. Sidewalk, minimum 4 feet wide, both sides of the road. That's 8 feet. Between those, you've already added an extra lane worth of hard infrastructure that messes up your drainage. I don't think it looks good.
Surface.
And now we've created these wide interstate size lanes, and they're straight. They don't want any curves in there, and then they wonder why people are speeding. It's like you built a drag strip. That's why people are speeding.
That's a fact right there.
I mean, you made us build a drag
Not only
strip.
that, but it also costs the end consumer however much money.
Yeah, we've done some
5,000
analyses. I mean, we
Exit 50 to exit 57. Catch me on a good time.
yeah,
That lightning can pull something.
that's right.
So yeah, I
That's
want
right,
the
man.
ditches don't bother me. Like right now, like because I got cerebral palsy, so doing my cardio, I'll do cardio, go to Buchanan Transmission, and I'll go by Moby's.
Yeah.
On the road, and you've never been hit by a car. I don't believe
That's
that. You got to have
crazy.
sidewalk.
How do you do that?
I don't think we even have the infrastructure to like with the houses. It would be
No.
impossible. The only thing is that one curve by Moby's, I will say that, check if you're listening to this and you're the ones that drives too fast and you turn into the lane. I had one time where I felt the mirror,
Yeah.
but that was person.
You
Oh
felt
no,
it?
yeah. I mean, but I'm saying that it was a person not staying in the lane. It was a person
Right,
trying to drift around the lane.
That's
Well,
right.
another reason, I mean, you get those straight streets, man, and wide ass straight. Like there's a great what is it, like GIF or whatever that's we stole from somebody, and it was like Smart Town USA.
Yeah, strong towns.
Strong Town, sorry, and it's basically like there's two roads. One's got like this wide road,
12-foot
and,
lanes, curb and gutter, sidewalk, and you can see the house a quarter
and
mile,
there's
half
one
mile
that's
down the
downtown
road.
Ocean Springs, basically little like small road, no curb and gutter and everything else. And it's like one's built, both are 25-mile-an-hour speed limits, and one's built like it. You know, which one is it? So that's it. Dude, Second Street has the biggest problem with speeding. There's people going 50 miles an hour down Second Street all
that
day
curve
long.
though. I was going to finish on the curb. The problem that we have with that curb is there's just damn pine trees right there. So I mean, cut the damn trees down. You can see the car can see me.
Yeah, that's right.
That's solved the problem.
That's right.
You know, I mean, look, we grew up country riding.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you, like, I grew up in Latimer where I was like 6 or mom, are you watching? But 6 or 7. I was like 7 or 8. I had or something like that. I had a 4-Trax 300.
Yeah.
I drove that from everywhere in Latimer.
Is that the 3-wheeler?
No, I had a big red. I had a 110 at 3.
Okay.
And I ran into our tree at the house.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then, but
nobody's story about a 3-wheeler ends well.
No, I went straight into the tree, and got a concussion. But I got a 4-Trax 300, so I would just drive down Daisy Vester and Tucker. I go to Mr. Erie's, Crewthreads Country Corner, load up on some fuel, and I go see Joseph Dime a few miles away. Yeah, Jake Maples. I go see these people. Yeah, well, I had a tab, so I cut the grass, and it was always a tab. And it was just I always like them Jolly Rancher sticks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Good,
and then fuel, and get me a Coca-Cola, or no, it's always bottled root beer for me. But I would take that full and ride all day long because my mom never let us inside the house for too long.
Yeah,
but I didn't have any rule. There was no. I mean,
nobody did. I mean, like comparatively speaking, at least. I mean. I always get on my wife. We don't allow our child to play on Second Street, and I get that. Like, it is kind of scary, you know, because like depending on how traffic's going 50 miles an hour, like stuff over the road track. But like people grow up on Second Street as a neighborhood all the time, and they did whatever. I mean, I lived in Edgewater Estate subdivision. It's now, well, it's still Edgewater.
And now it's Ivan's backyard.
Yeah, that's right. Ivan's backyard. And dude, we used to ride our bikes to the mall all the time. Nobody knew where we were. We had forts everywhere, like all the.
Your mom went checking Life 360 to see.
Yeah, that's right.
Made it safely.
I mean, yeah, she would have been had they had it.
That's
maybe,
right.
But no, actually, she wouldn't have. I was a
I don't-
latchkey kid. If
I
there ever
don't
was
think
one.
my mom would
Love
either,
her. Shout out to my mom. She's listening, but I was definitely a latchkey.
That's
kid.
right. Well, I mean, you character building. So
you're telling me you can't build ditches?
Well, I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, the curb and gutter and underground street drainage and all that. I mean, it's extra cost, and it doesn't work as well.
No,
You can take you can get a backhoe out there and clean up the ditch.
I mean, the homeowner can fix the ditch problem, right? I mean, if you had a bunch of leaves and sticks, you go out there with a shovel or a rake, and in 2 minutes your ditch is flowing great. What are you going to do when you got a pipe buried 3 or 4 feet in the ground and you got to go down an inlet and crawl through there? I mean, I'm a fan of ditches. They look like more maintenance, but I'm not convinced they are more maintenance than a pipe.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like long-term upkeep.
But you think about a 2-foot ditch. I mean, it spreads wider and wider as it gets taller. You think about a 2-foot, a 24-inch reinforced concrete pipe. It comes to the middle. It's 2 feet wide, and then it shrinks back down to nothing. So, I mean, there's like a well-maintained and installed ditch for drainage is tenfold better than any pipe could ever be. But you can't do them anymore unless you have 100+ feet a lot, 100-foot lot or more. A lot of the counties will let you do them, but none of the cities will ever let you get away with it.
which is almost unaffordable.
I mean, so the development that y'all are pushing for is at Bankleaf?
Yeah. That'll be ditches. I mean,
that's not a city.
No, those will be wide enough. I mean, and Jackson County I don't want to get the number wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 100 feet wide, right? 100 and over is 100 and over. That's they allow ditches. 100 and under, they don't allow ditches.
Yeah. I mean, Brian's been a cool person. I was telling him, administrator.
Yeah.
He lives in Oak Springs.
Yeah. Brian's a real good dude.
And,
an engineer. That's why we know we got a good one.
But no, I mean, I'm with you on I didn't know that many rules.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of people don't realize, like, our creativity is often robbed by, I mean, it's a round peg and a square hole, right? I mean, but there's so many rules and regulations, and like, you can't, and a lot of times the cities and counties know it may not be in the best interest, but it's what's written down on paper, and they can't go against their own ordinance. I mean, it's an ordinance is a law, right? So if they say you have to have curb on both sides, it doesn't matter if like the city engineer
think it's a bad
disagrees with
idea.
it. Yeah, I mean, they have to have curb and gutter on both sides.
My biggest concern is $7,500 for a hydrant.
Man, look,
I
That's
mean,
just the beginning.
but you're
dude.
talking
Yeah.
about. So we're
what is
talking
it you
about-
think the cost of one is, though?
We were just talking about like today. I told you I talked to Dan. I mean, the increased cost that Harrison County has just put on the new road requirements is going to cost every single new construction $7,500.
every new
minimum.
home, the homeowner is going to pay at least that
I know, but
much
what's the
per
actual
lot,
cost?
for a house.
The actual cost is like before any profit is I think what.
Well, he's talking about
5,500.
like what is Mueller's cost to build that fire hydrant?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, irrelevant, right? I mean, it's
because there's enough
it's
people
what it
buying
costs.
them at $5,000
Yeah.
a piece now.
That's right. Yeah, we can't speak to Mueller's profit margin, but we know that for us to get a hydrant in the ground, get the water connected, be able to turn that valve and have water spit out of it, it's going to cost us $7,500.
And you're not allowed to touch it after that.
No,
Yeah, because there's
Almost
rules.
got arrested for that.
Definitely not.
Yeah, you don't
Definitely
do-
not.
Don't touch the city's water.
Sorry, Gulfport.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I mean, this is
Don't
good.
arrest
These
me.
are good things to talk about because we go back to being business owners that have these dreams to have these incredible properties and leave a landmark. And it's like, well, here's another cost. I mean, it happened in my mattress store, and this is Gaucher. I'll speak on Gaucher for me, but it was like when I was renting my mattress store by Body Quest next door, right there by Pizza Hut. They were like, you gotta add this emergency switch on side of my rental that was Mr. Larry Whitehead owns. I'm like, well, you can't have this unless you did it, but somehow, some way, I just never did it, and they just never said anything to me. But they're like, you gotta pay for this, and like you gotta add an extra advice. Like we already had sprinklers run that place. We already had, but it's like there was a new thing that went in effect where it's like
codes change. Yeah.
I don't know if it was like a little box, leave my key, or
Yeah. The knots box. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
is that
what
what
it
it
is.
was?
yeah, it's like fuck. I mean, I'm already trying to figure out how to open a store.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough being a business owner. It's tough.
It
The
is.
amount of
and-
risk that you take on being a business owner, like nobody understands that pressure, really. Like
I heard something, I loved it. It said, when you're an entrepreneur, it's like, once you're already drowning, who cares how deep you are anymore? Like
that's for damn sure.
But it works for y'all too. Same thing when I had Chris Pelfrey on here, and he does foundations, and he was so upset one night we did a show, and he was like, his biggest thing was the net 120, like not being paid, not being paid.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Net 20, but yeah, it's like,
Billing cycle, yeah.
but it'll kill a small business.
Yeah, dude.
I almost
You're
don't.
basically offering credit to them.
I call it
120.
I call it side work. I almost don't do any side work. I've got an architect firm that I really appreciate. They pay me well. They treat me well. Underbridge Architecture, shout out. I'll do almost anything for them. I've got some guys, Billy and them, that I do for Anderson Construction. I'll work with them. They're great people. They do good work. They're like-minded and all. But man, if somebody called me randomly and was like, hey, I need you to design this, that, these, and those, I'm like, no, because I mean, it's chasing down payment and all that. It's like,
Scares you? I mean, because do you work? Y'all have an office?
No, he works out of his house, and I have an office in downtown Gulfport, and I'm a real estate agent still. So.
we have Microsoft Teams. We don't need an office.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't. I have to pretend
He
that I'm
doesn't
not.
like
I have to
sending me
pretend
even
that
on
I'm
Microsoft
not in my office when he calls me half the time.
So,
Anyway,
I mean, that's the same thing we have. I mean,
Ignore.
I'm in Ocean Springs, but I mean, I don't. My insurance. I'm 9 to 5, but I'm actually 24/7. If you really
That's right.
need to reach out,
That's the other entrepreneur thing. Why work 9 to 5 when you can work 12 to 12?
and if you need to come to my office, like I'll come and meet you. But like, I don't want to. I mean,
Yeah, and you have to. I mean, we don't have to have an office, right? Like we have meetings, but we're always able to go somewhere else. We've got plenty of people that say, hey, if you ever need to use our conference room, bankers are always like, hey, if you need a conference room, let us know. But man, we've called on them once or twice in 4 years. I mean, we don't have clients really. Like we have home builders, but I mean, we kind of build it and then sell it to them. But I mean, an insurance, you got to have a place, right? You need some brick and mortar to be able to sit down and say,
I mean,
pretend that you're professional, right?
I just got done building my brother's. Got done building my own agent management system.
Yeah.
Yeah, full blown. My brother writes for Toyota, but me and him,
Insurance agent management.
it's just, I'll show it to you in a little bit. It puts all the clientels, all the attachments. It will remind me for renewals. It'll send you a text.
Did you do that through like AI or something?
No, I wireframe. I'm dyslexic. I put it through like make me a wireframe for all my notes.
Okay.
But my brother, truthfully, is I've always been like a front end designer, but he's always been a back end coder. And
you play on any of the AIs and stuff?
Oh yeah,
Stuff's gotten so crazy, man.
But why not take advantage of a system out there if you just to give ideas?
Of course.
I mean, especially like for me, when it comes to like sending emails, sometimes I will write an email.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it in there to make it sound,
even better.
The
same thing.
The old adage is garbage in, garbage out, right? If you tell AI, write me this letter and you hit send on your email, you messed up. But if you get AI to write it and you say, okay, well, now I need to massage it and I don't agree with this and I want to make sure I'm, why would you not?
My problem is with me is if I still see Gulf Coast, I'm still going to call it design and development.
Please do. Please do.
but it does.
You can change it today.
No, but you can't. But I'm saying the way you would in my brain, the way I see things.
Yeah,
I really struggle with that, and I'm fine with it. And I used to write on social media, so I've always used social media as like before the podcast. I don't know if we were friends then, but like before the podcast, I would just write my thoughts as like in my early teen or late teens, early 20s about just things I was dealing with as business or. Right. And I always had this thing where people would like follow along, like I'm be so stressed out about work or, bills, just trying to get through life. I'm very open about that. Didn't bother me whatsoever. But people would be like, grammar, please. And I'm like, well, at least I'm expressing myself.
That's right.
Like, fuck off. Like, fuck off. Like, at least I'm
sorry. I did.
I'm
THEY apostrophe RE instead of.
Yeah.
I'm way worse at grammar than you are.
But
ChatGPT helps with that.
I'll use it that way. But, most of the people I know that are very successful, I mean, they're more in the trades. I mean, unless you're like an engineer, which is you could be an engineer at that level at trades now, but like you know what you want.
And engineering's interesting. So I actually saw this chart and it broke down basically all kinds of degrees, right? And but it looked at ROI on what you paid to get that degree. And the visual arts and music, the ROI, like 50% of people have a negative ROI. Well, I mean, the engineering was actually the only degree on there that had no orange bar, which was the negative ROI. I mean, and it didn't have the huge ROI at the end of it that some of the other ones would have, but it was like, hey man, you want a job that's going to pay well. You're never going to be rich, but you're never going to be poor either. So, I mean, but engineering is, I don't come from a family of engineers. I've got a cousin was an engineer. He was the first one in our family. I started at, I don't even remember signing up for accounting at Ole Miss, but that's what I started at. And I knew I liked that so much that I changed from accounting to undecided. Then I went from undecided to marketing. And then in my third year is when I finally chose engineering. And the best part about that, I had one elective from my entire second year of college that translated into credits for engineering. So I got to do the 5-year route because I changed so late. But
5 years is pretty normal.
I mean, that's right.
So I got to say this to my brother, my childhood, one of my childhood best friends, Douglas James Voorhees. He construction engineer at Southern Miss, big Tennessee guy though, but he
can't all be perfect.
Yeah. Today he got his general contractor's license, the big general contractor's license. Yeah. He got it renewed back this now, and that was huge for him today. He called me. And
that's awesome.
It's him and Mikey Jenner, like Mikey Jenner's cousin.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You've met DJ's very quiet. Like DJ's a very intelligent person. We talk about you losing your dad, me losing my dad, and him losing his dad. I mean, that blue Hummer is Dynamic Outdoors, a hunt show. That's his dad's Hummer.
I saw it out there. I was wondering about it.
But his dad raised me too, and his dad did bulkheads and hunt, and he did full-time hunting.
There's some money in some.
Well, I mean, I know the Voorhees. So his dad is I'm drawing a blank.
Doug.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Dougie.
Yeah.
But he's his son, and they live on the same compound. But
does he rock the mullet like his dad does?
No, he but it's just to watch Mr. Doug, grow up in that industry, and then watch DJ, really, he didn't just go to school for no reason. He went and he knew he's getting his GC license.
Yeah, that's right.
and he's a very honest person because he took the GC license. That's a tough license.
It is.
And he took that with pride, but he's like, today he called me. He's like, got it back. I got it.
Yeah.
I got my, for him, it's because I remember when he was going to take that test, it's just not one of them tests.
Man, when I got my engineering results in the mail, like I was nervous as all get on trying to open them. I don't want to open. I'm gonna wait to, and I remember like, I think I fell to my knees on the kitchen, like, oh, thank God. I mean,
it's scary,
man. We had just moved down here. My wife was pregnant. And I was like, and I was studying for that test. I took it while she was pregnant. I was like,
I thought you weren't an engineer when you moved down here.
No, like right after.
Really?
But like, I was like, I mean, Care Best's pregnant with Patrick at the time, and I'm like, man, I got one shot at this before I have a kid. So if I fail this time, next time I got to deal with a newborn at the time. So I mean, I feel for you, guy. I'm glad. I've been there, man. I know that feeling of like, oh, thank God.
For insurance, for me, I mean, same situation. I do my continuous education by September 30th.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just one of the things we got to do. And I mean, I'm not scared of it now, but when I first got into insurance, I went because Ivan wanted me to do health and life too.
You haven't been in insurance that long, right?
4 years.
Okay.
But I also took the test like this quick, and the test was 2.5 hours. And no one, because
I don't remember.
Oh no! I think like I'm saying, for me, when I do being in my position in my brain, like I have to read a book twice.
Yeah,
that's all I did. Yep. And then I went in there and it was like a 2-hour test, and I was like 45 minutes because they're not going to give you an A.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm the
you
writer.
pass or don't pass.
That's right.
I have to write stuff down. Like I can read a book, and if I write it down, then I read what I wrote. I can remember anything. Do I just read it or
if I tell him something, he can't remember anything.
That's for damn sure. Yeah, I mean,
well, that's because y'all
I send him a lot of emails.
Yeah, but y'all are like brothers.
I don't understand how you write is like as quick as you do.
Well,
it's insane.
I have 3 screens and I have an email.
You're more like, and he's like DJ where something in their brains like,
yeah.
Man, look, I am motivated by not being the bottleneck on a project. So if I get an email, I try to respond right away. I'll stop what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm not going to slow this guy down
anywhere close to that. Like I have to finish something. Like he sent me 2 emails today because I had responded.
I sent 2 emails like, hey, you didn't send the attachment. Then you sent me a blank email. I'm like, still don't got the attachment, dog.
Yeah, so I
did send the attachment the second time.
When you do insurance, you have to respond pretty quick, especially when it comes to like closings and with I do
like within an hour is acceptable.
Yeah,
most of the time.
And that's I'm getting better at that. I have to enjoy the fact that now doing insurance where it's like, hey, everybody's like, let's talk about replacement costs, and just because you have $140,000 in personal contents, they're probably not going to give you that. You might have to take photos and get some receipts.
Yeah,
they're going to give you replacement costs.
How much are you dealing with claims versus new, or renewals and new insurance?
My claims, they're valid claims that adjusters check out. I mean, this year probably sitting at just had a car wreck. This year I'm probably sitting at about 120,000 in claims.
Yeah, but how much of your time though is spent towards? I mean, you're just passing it on to the insurance guy, huh?
I call. Like I want the Progressive, and
really?
AJ Degina.
Yeah.
Aaron's gotten a wreck, and she had it on camera at Sam's Club, and I write their insurance, write their home and their autos, and but she reached out to me right away. I called to make her claim, and then I called her to
You said at Sam's Club.
She said no, Landon Road, not.
Well, I mean, so now you got the added bonus of active construction.
But they got video cameras though, so she's getting there. She's like, Jordan, it wasn't my fault, but this girl, hit her and was acting like it was her fault. She's like, Jordan, it's not my fault.
Right.
But I'm making the claim for her though to make her feel a little peace of mind.
Yeah.
Like because AJ's working. AJ's out there being a project manager. He's working, so she was super sweet, and that I do help with claims.
Yeah,
I do. I've done a claim on a Sunday.
You could pass them on pretty quick, but you feel like that's part.
I feel like you hire me because I'm a middleman for the carrier.
Man, I was talking to
be there when something bad happens. Yeah. Well, that's above and beyond.
I appreciate the money, but if you don't eat, I don't eat.
That's right. Well, me and Billy were talking about this and just saying like, man, like, you hired me to do a job, and I told you it's going to be $10,000. and I may lose my ass because it may go on for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
And there may be 1,000 emails, or I may make a ton of money because I barely did anything. But that job's going to cost you 10. I'm not going to like nickel and dime you. I'm not going to disappear because it got hard. Like, I'm going to finish that damn job for what I told you I was going to finish that job for.
Well,
If you want
the
to,
funny thing is, I'm probably butcher this, but y'all were talking about the trades earlier, and you always think about this. It's like you hire an electrician, and he comes out and he fixes the problem in 5 minutes, and he's like, "Well, that'll be $300." Okay, and you're like, "What? $300? You only took 10 minutes to do it?" It's like, "Yeah, that's because I've been doing this for 45 years, and that's how I knew what to do."
I'll be happy to go break it again, and you can go hire another guy.
You can go hire another guy that'll take you 10 hours to fix it.
I've done home insurance at 11 o'clock at night, and I've also done certificate of insurances in 4 minutes.
Mhm.
Just because I know if I don't give a certificate of insurance out, the owner, perfect example, my buddy owns a cat shop. He can't collect a check to pay his employees, so he's got to wait on me.
Oh my
Which
God.
he was waiting on his ex insurance person for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
If you
Really?
can't, yeah. So I mean, it's people get complacent. It's just part of life.
Yeah.
And people don't appreciate you saying you do that. And I got a good insurance agent, but man, like as an engineer, a lot of times I have to get the COIs, like, and I need them now. Like, they're holding up my payment because I don't have a COI.
It's
So if
because
my
you can't
insurance
get a
agent
payment.
isn't coming back, like, hey man, like I'm not getting paid
Gotta get it
because
now,
yeah, like I want, but
But that's where I bring my laptop. That laptop
goes everywhere you go.
doesn't matter if I'm sitting in dinner.
that's right.
I mean, it's right in the truck, or and I'll pull it out because if it's something, because it'll be, I don't need it tonight, or it'll be, I need it tonight.
That's
Okay.
right.
Dude, I was in real estate for 14 years. I completely get it.
Yeah, it's just this thing
My
goes everywhere.
phone, if it rang, it was a potential call to buy a piece of property or somebody that wanted me to list it or whatever else. I mean, that's your only source of income. And I went through the downturn. I mean, like it was the worst thing ever. I got out. So I graduated college in 2005. Katrina hit. My dad, I was about to go back to law school, and my dad was like, "Hey, you get your real estate license. Why don't you just sell real estate for a little while?"
After
Put
Katrina
aside-
was pretty good time for the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
22 years old, you put a sign in the yard, it was sold. I was working 4 hours a day, and as a 22-year-old, I was making like $150,000 a year. Like back in 2005 too, which is probably $200,000 a year now.
Oh, he probably
was-
more than that.
Probably more than that.
Based on the fire
It
hydrant
was,
cost.
yeah. So double that exactly. So, I mean, it was insane, right? And then that 1 year, right after that, somebody told me that I could afford a $500,000 house. And I looked at him like, you have lost your fucking mind. Like, lost your damn mind.
It's gonna have some balloon payments.
Yeah. No, I mean, they were like, oh, yeah, it's fine. No big deal. And so I didn't do that. And anyways, 2 years later, a year later, the economy went to shit. And I was still doing commercial real estate, but I was doing leases. Like, I mean, making $500 a time, $1,000 a time, like just trying to do anything. I may have done 80 leases in 2 years. Like, if just people like
He
like
tried to sell
small
my
little
old
business.
firm a lease. I don't know if you remember that.
I
but
do.
On Howard
I showed
Avenue.
your,
It was the
your
old
firm.
FBI thing,
Yeah.
man, and they still had the interrogation room
Dude, I
with
showed
wire caging, and I was like, "This is a great conference room."
Yeah. I mean, look at the beautiful view there. Yeah. No, man, dude, I did probably 80 leases in 2 years. It was crazy because nobody was buying anything. You couldn't get a loan to do anything. It was crazy.
I mean, it's funny how that's went, but like, let's just go straight with the being at service. You know, that's what y'all provide. That's what people have to like. If y'all have made it a point to service accounts and to have these ideas and not half-ass stuff.
Yeah,
that's cool. Like that's so for me. Was saying about me doing insurance, like, oh, because I at the time I was doing Ray Brandt car commercials and I was having fun doing my marketing.
right.
Like I was cleaning tools in school to do marketing. Got opportunities. Shout out to my dad. You know, my dad was GM, but like I started doing work, but I started driving myself crazy because I would do a car commercial. You can ask David Kelly. I do a car commercial in a day. I would stay up till 4 a.m. until I hit a button and then text David going, because he's at Mandel. I text David and I go, done. When I wake up, because he knew it's like you didn't go to sleep, but just like no.
No.
But I'd wake up to him going, we sold a bunch of cars. I'm like, okay. because at the time I was on volume of getting paid for it.
And
So
again, like that's what he was talking about, like the hourly rate issue. Like, I mean, you made way more than your hourly rate, but they were selling cars the next day or what,
you have to work as a team.
That's right.
Mhm.
And that's what I was talking about, like with y'all's development. Is like, it's like, guys, if you're listening, you're gonna listen tomorrow, whatever you're gonna listen to the podcast, is the fact that, like, no matter what happens, if you got a person that wants to build a development, beautiful foundation, and really make a really good product, it's gonna come tomorrow, or it's gonna come in a year, 5 years. Land is land.
That's right.
And there's not, and eventually it's going to be pushed that way, because people love this coast, and if we got to offer property to the coast.
That's right.
Well, and I'll say one thing, like, if you want to fight the development, that's fine, but also talk to the person, like talk to the developer, try and have an actual conversation, because I've had a lot of conversations with people. I've learned stuff about the land.
Here's
like
my
where the
concern.
water,
Can you
Yeah.
help me out a little bit?
where the water's flowing. I mean,
How
our
many
development-
undisturbed buffers have we put in?
Dude,
Like
tons. I
20 to
mean,
30 feet of.
I still talk to the guy on Highlands, like that lives beyond there, and he talks to me all the time. Like, he texts me about stuff. He's like, "Yeah, man, y'all finally got done with this stuff." I mean,
We have
and-
one project, South Swan Road, Swan Landing, and I mean, I'm so proud. You go out there, and it's cleared, and phase 3 isn't completely bid out, but phase
one
1
that
and 2
you,
are.
overshot with the
On the
It's a
background.
pretty piece.
You go out there, and I mean, it's a
can't
brand
see
new
it.
subdivision. You see 2 houses. It's all
Maybe.
you see. Those 2 in
So if you look
the
really
southeast
hard.
corner, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see 2 residential houses around you, and you're in. I mean, we cleared a ton of trees. I'm not going to say we kept every single pine tree. I mean, of course we cleared trees. You have to. We can talk about why you have to in a minute if you want to, but
I'd love to.
man, you sit there and you're standing in the middle of it, and you're like, man, I don't see but 2 houses. And I mean, the neighbors fought us tooth and nail on there, but they've realized. I hope they are. I'm speaking for them, but it seems like they've calmed down, because they're like, hey, man, like
They actually did what they said they were going to
they
do.
actually, yeah, that's right. Which
Which is not the case for everybody.
That's right.
I get it. I do get it.
That's right.
It's not the case. A lot of people have been screwed by developers or people.
Yeah, but
saying that they're gonna
but
do
that's also a
something.
situation where we're all adults here,
Yeah.
and you can't. I've been screwed over by people,
Yeah.
but I can't compare you to them.
Man,
No.
we're a capitalist country, and the time that you let the government tell you where you can live and what you can live in is when you get the gulags of Soviet
Orwell.
Russia. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. I understand the fear, and I'm not even saying they're wrong. I mean, again, I've got my little land in Greene County, and of course, I don't want a subdivision backing right up to it. But if it happens, I got to deal with it. I mean, I got to figure out what I'm going to do.
So, Kenneth, we're talking about for me being born with cerebral palsy. That's why I work so much, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to walk next year.
Yeah.
But I don't take disability. I mean, I don't.
And there may be a day you have
Man,
to, right?
But
It's because you
I'm
are
a crawl.
literally-
So it's like I just keep working, because right now it's hard every day to get up and walk. It's fine. It is what it is.
I didn't know that.
I look at people with 2 legs weak. This is a fact. I mean, the way because as a kid going through the surgeries I went through, and
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
but I just don't want to take disability. I think a lot has to do with my mom. She's like, because I've always wanted like a handicap sticker.
It makes you appreciate it every day, though, I'm sure.
Oh my little boy, the fact that he's got 2 good feet and he's healthy.
Oh,
That's all. Like,
I know you told him he was weak. You just said right now he's got 2 legs.
dude,
no, but you know what I mean by that. Like
No,
with
I
the whole,
mean,
like with the disability system, not with just a general
100%.
person.
Yeah.
But like if you're filing for disability and you know you can get around,
Yeah.
you're playing the system.
Man, comfort is one of like the things that I think just destroys America, right? Like when you get too comfortable, like when you have to complain about the little things because you don't have the big things to complain about. I mean, people are going to
100%.
complain.
But your body is wired to want comfort.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Right.
Like your body wants complacency.
But then when it gets it, it doesn't know how to handle
Yeah,
it. You know,
yeah.
it craves that
messes it
comfort.
up.
You were talking about your boy doing jujitsu, and I did it. I mean, it's been years since I did it, but I did it for a while, and it was like, man, like getting in there and being able to like get that aggression out, get that. Everybody has conflict built up in them, and you're gonna get it out. You're either gonna get it out on the mat in jujitsu, or you're gonna get it out on Facebook. And I think the jujitsu is a way healthier thing than Facebook could ever be.
What
Man, to go deep on what you were saying earlier, though, like that is probably one of the reasons. Like, we travel a lot, like, and I probably should save more and all that kind of
No,
stuff. But
I'm with you. I don't save shit.
my dad had Parkinson's. My grandmother had Alzheimer's. I mean, like my dad died basically because of Parkinson's. I mean, it's just I may have Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and be shaking and not know why I'm shaking. Like I joke about that, but it's a very legitimate thing. And I don't know, to your point, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna have tomorrow. I don't know if I have 10 years from now, and it's tough, dude.
Well, I think
mean-
break up family time though. Make sure family's everything. Like I hang out with people, but in reality, I'm hanging out with Emily and Oliver,
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
and I'm hanging out with my stepdad that just made 79.
Man, God
Yeah,
has
man.
blessed me with the family that I don't deserve, man.
Me
I got a
100%.
killer wife. I mean,
Yeah.
Kenneth tells me all the time I don't deserve her, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, but that's important to me. Is like because I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it like I don't have to go have a one day off. I can literally just go work a few hours, and then as long as I make time,
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
mean, I think that's it's one of the most beautiful things. I think also too is Emily having the whole, we eat at the dinner room table. I don't know if people do that anymore,
Yeah,
but
they do. We do.
and
Yeah,
that's
we do.
that's something that she's
We split it. I
deal.
mean, sometimes we're at the TV, sometimes we're
yeah,
at the table.
but we're still doing it. I
That's
mean,
right.
we're still there. But yeah, it was
Yeah, you're watching a big show or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I would say it's half and half. Half the time we're sitting at the table together, and I mean,
But I think
it's
that's important, man. I
mean,
mean,
yeah.
you don't get that many times, and man,
I don't want to be
know if y'all
roommates
heard
with my
with
kids.
the weird, like those statistics that almost want to make you cry, but it's like the first 18 years of your kid's life, you only get to spend 19 years with your kids. The first 18 years is the first 18 years.
Right, and then you get a year the rest of the time.
The rest of the time, dude, that makes you want to.
so my little boy right now is going to
Well, I mean,
I'm
dude,
like, oh,
One thing I heard one time, it was like, there's a time that you picked up your son and put him
Oh.
down. The last time you'll ever pick him up and put him down.
yeah,
I'm gonna go pick mine up.
that's
tonight.
not
just mess.
yeah.
Coming for you, Patrick.
your son, daughters. Hopefully, I get to pick her up. For the rest of my life.
Whew.
we got with us doing the homeschool, and like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not the perfect dad.
No,
I mean,
none
because
of us.
business wise, if I'm in my zone thinking about things,
But
like
you got to be their perfect dad. You're
Yeah.
not the perfect dad.
yeah, but no, but I'm saying like if you see from us being entrepreneurs, because if
Yeah.
we're focused on focus on writing or
Right.
emails,
Man, I feel like I cracked. So Kenneth said earlier, like he's basically worked for himself. He was in real estate. I mean, you work for yourself. I mean, yeah, you're with
Yeah,
Coldwell
yeah.
Banker, but you're working for yourself. I mean, I did the 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 for 16 years. Same company, loved it, and I've got no beef or whatever. But man, you kind of feel like you cracked the code of life by going out and working for yourself because
it's scary at first.
I work more.
Very scary.
I work more, but like, man, if my kid's got a soccer game or a soccer practice or needs to be picked up in the middle of the day, I'm just going to go do that. And I don't have to like ask my boss, and I don't have to like put in a request for vacation, like I'm just going to, oh, hey, I need to take a break. I'm going to come back, and yeah, I'm going to work at 8 o'clock at night tonight because I'm going to do this now. But like, I'm able to,
So you got it.
yeah, man. Like, dude, I love, like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a secret. Like people are keeping the entrepreneurial life
Dude,
like a
it's
secret.
not for
man.
everybody.
You can't
man.
work.
It is not.
You're gonna
Scary
work
as hell.
after
It
5.
is
You're gonna
so
work after
scary.
5.
That's
Yeah,
right.
100%.
Most of the deals are after 5 for us.
Well,
And that's fine.
And your mind goes 24/7.
That's right.
Always. It's always going like, what's the next thing? There's no shut off. Like we've joked before. I mean, if you were gonna retire and just go cut grass, like
That's
on
right.
I-10.
Oh,
like,
I say that
he
the
does too.
county right away maintenance is what I like. My retirement plan is to go to Harrison County and be like, I want to cut I-10 for you.
Yeah,
I'll bring my own
Just-
tractor.
that's right. I mean, how relieving would that be to not have anything? You shut down that tractor at 5 o'clock.
I'm
You
not.
listen to podcasts all day.
I leave the
shut the
tractor on the
tractor
side of the
down,
road. I don't bring it home.
That's it, man. It's done.
Well, I mean, look at the podcast going in, for me, 7 years. I would say, like, I was telling Emily, like, every time I want to do a podcast, like, I don't want to do it
Yeah.
because it's like, but the moment we're here,
Man, I've got a great
It's
friend
everything.
of mine. Shout out to Chad. His uncle said it one time. His uncle made one of the best steaks I ever had. He lived in Key West. I was in college. My buddy Chad had an uncle in Key West. He said, "Hey man, you want to go to Key West for spring break?" Well, he called me and I was asleep, and I said, "I don't know, man. I'll get back to you." And I hung up, and I called him back 2 minutes later. "Hey, I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I want to go to Key West for spring break." Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But his uncle made probably the best steak of my life, and I was like, "Man, this is awesome," you know. And he's like, "Yeah, Tracy always says I should open a restaurant." I said, "Man, you absolutely should." He said, "I'm not trying to turn what I enjoy into work, you know, like I
Yeah, that's
enjoy
right.
making this steak."
Dude,
you know?
I
And I'm
swear
like,
Lee tells me that kind of stuff.
and it's like, it makes a lot of sense, man. Like you got to pick what you're willing to do. Everybody has to make money. The greedy developer, we're greedy only insofar as, yeah, we like when you go to the gas station, that 270 per gallon of gas, that's the same for us. So yeah, as a developer, I have to make money. No different than a guy at Ingles, go to Ingles, not because he loves welding, but because he wants to make money. And it's like, man, you got to have it, but like you want to enjoy getting it. You want to enjoy using it. You want to enjoy life while you're going about it.
Yeah.
It's been a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that are y'all cool with coming on in November?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why not? What's
So
going
It's
on?
been
in November?
fun.
No, follow up. Let's do a follow. We're at probably at an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's I think we should do a follow up because you got some big stuff going tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hope that y'all listen, that really, support the boys. I mean, without y'all, we won't have these beautiful developments, and we won't increase like, to me, the economy of the community.
Yeah.
Like you have to have homes.
You have to have homes, but let's do them smart. Let's make the neighborhood something that only benefit the people that live there. I mean, if we can donate 50 acres and the land trust makes a park, it's not for those residents. It's for everybody.
Yeah.
So let's do it smart. Let's do it right, and let's benefit everybody and accept that change is coming, but you can mitigate the negative effects of change.
Yeah. And just do it based on density. Man.
That's right.
And have their link in the have their website in the bio. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, man, this was great. I appreciate it.
No, but I appreciate y'all being here because this is why I like podcasts. And that's what I'm saying. Like, because I'll go to like, I don't want to do it, but if there's a real heartfelt community story, like I'm in this shit.
Man, we're trying. We're trying.
No, I know,
That's
but
all I can say is we're trying.
I know, but
I
y'all
tell everybody all the time, like invite us in for all the discussions. Like we want to be a part of it. I can give you the developer's perspective.
Yeah, we tell
with
people
actually understanding the other side. Of
invite us to the first half and then kick us out and y'all can talk trash about us when we leave.
I mean, and that goes for the counties too. Not just I mean, it's crazy, man. Anyways, thanks for having us on.
And, but guys, if you got comments, reach out to the boys. Support them though. That's how we did the sands. How we do that. We're going to do this project and just support because yeah. I mean, you call it the backyard development. Look, I was one of them that got nervous, but I didn't know the information or the development, and I'm glad it happened. It's going to eventually happen. You can't hold this stuff forever.
Let's have the conversation.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. And that's Gulf Coast Development and Design.
There you go.
I nailed it.